keep climbing, especially in Alberta.
Everything seems to keep going up and up.
What's behind the latest inflation spike? Late-night outdoor Stampede parties still stirring up debate.
I was woken up at stupid hours of the night.
I hear some events, but overall, nothing crazy.
The mayor pushes back as politicians outside Calgary start weighing in.
Stay in your lane, man.
And a solution for plastic.
I knew that I put a lot of effort.
A local 15-year-old with an award-winning idea.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Alicia Fieldberg.
Hello and thank you for joining us. Rapidly rising costs seem to be impacting everyone. But in Alberta, inflation is blowing past the national average. As Kevin Green reports, the reason prices are higher here is mostly the result of one thing.
Inflation is up countrywide, largely driven by gas prices, which are a whopping 33.2% higher than last year.
Nothing goes back down. Since the pandemic, it all seems to go up.
It's bad. It's putting more hole in your pocket. That's the thing.
Overall, the cost of food also jumped 4.3%, but fresh veggies, 9%.
Pretty well everything. Yeah, fruit, vegetables, everything seems to keep going up and up.
Even tomatoes, they've gone way up.
Even kids are feeling the bite.
Even at McDonald's right over there, I'm trying to buy a meal, it's $20, which is kind of crazy for me.
It's really bad. Yeah, it's not fun to think about as a kid.
Nationally, annualized inflation was 3.2% in May, up from 2.8% in April. But Alberta outpaced the nation with a 3.7% inflation jump, largely a result of one thing.
Auto insurance premiums have spiked, as we noted in the report, 26% year over year.
Car insurance, it's gone up. I have to be around $350 a month.
Stripping out energy prices, national inflation was a modest 2.2% in May.
Which is exactly what the Bank of Canada wants. So I think they're going to see this as a temporary phenomenon.
The Bank of Canada might like those numbers, but for the average Canadian, it's still a grind.
Money runs out before the month does.
We're focusing on the wrong item. The issue is, why aren't our incomes keeping pace anymore with inflation? And that issue rests with productivity.
The solution to that, says economist Moshe Lander, is increased competition between provinces and industries like food retail, telecoms, and energy suppliers, something he says governments, both provincial and federal, have promised but failed to deliver. Kevin Green, CTV News, Calgary.
A woman is dead after an interaction with Calgary police, and officers say the shooting on Deerfoot Trail Sunday happened after tracking down a suspect following several reports over 24 hours about an erratic driver. Officers say some calls came from downtown about a person driving the wrong way on one-way streets who was involved in multiple collisions. They say when they tried to take the woman into custody on Deerfoot, an altercation occurred. She was shot by an officer, taken to hospital, but died. The Alberta Serious Incident Response Team is conducting an investigation. Calgary police have charged a 68-year-old with manslaughter after a man died in the Beltline this weekend. Police have identified the victim as 67-year-old Howard Gordon Hunter. They say he died at Tompkins Park on Saturday evening. A memorial has been growing at the park. It's just off 17th Avenue Southwest. People left flowers and signs in honor of Hunter. Danny James Turkich was arrested and charged. A cyclist died Saturday afternoon. Police believe the driver of an SUV had a medical incident on Centre Street near 19th Avenue. His vehicle drifted onto the curb and struck the cyclist. The man in his 60s was pronounced dead at the scene. The SUV then hit another vehicle and a pedestrian who was not seriously hurt. A motorcyclist died after crashing into a home along Wentworth Square Southwest Sunday morning. Police are investigating but say speed, alcohol, and drugs are not being considered. Lethbridge's integrated fire EMS service will be staying. The Alberta government is halting its current procurement strategy for operators who use firefighters cross-trained as paramedics. Minister of Hospital and Surgical Health Services Adriana LaGrange posted on social media that EHS Alberta is halting the move today. LaGrange says the province will work with the 7 communities with integrated fire EMS models to design a strategy that supports them and brings costs in line by 2028-29. In May, the province told municipalities they'd have to cover costs to continue with integrated models. Calgary Council will debate whether to reverse the rule changes to the city's noise bylaw during the Stampede. Updated regulations for concerts limit how loud and how long music can play. But it's caused quite a stir. Politicians from every level of government sounded off on the changes and urged the city to rethink the move. Jordan Canagan reports.
As preparations continue for the Cowboys Music Festival, it's the noise before the Stampede event that's being turned up.
We really didn't know what's going on, so the effects could be laying off, job loss, could be loss of revenues for both me and the city.
Updated noise rules mean weekday music for outdoor concerts and events will have to end by 12:30 a.m. And the allowable volume is 5 decibels lower than last year.
It's a good balance between the local needs of the residents, but also the recognition that Calgary Stampede is an important part of our economy and we need to support festivals like this.
But the political pushback has been swift. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith saying the fun police have struck again, this time targeting the Stampede. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre also chiming in, saying so-called City Hall gatekeepers are making a big mistake.
We're definitely happy to work alongside industry to see ways that we can address those concerns that the local residents have while also allowing as much flexibility. But to be clear, it's not helpful for Ottawa politicians like Pierre Poilievre weighing in on what's happening here in Calgary. Stay in your lane, man.
Even those living near the Beltline Festival seem split.
Like, why? Let people have some fun, right? It's not that big of a deal. It's no different than when it was done by Victoria Park.
There's still families that need sleep. We still need to live. We still pay rent here to live comfortably.
But a debate will be back at City Hall on Tuesday, where a motion seeks to reverse the rule changes.
I think that the city really will take a good look at it and try to understand best what's for everybody involved. And I'm pretty sure the mayor wants to do the right thing for everyone as well.
Jordan Cadigan, CTV News, Calgary.
Both Calgary Police and Alberta Sheriffs will be patrolling Stampede party and music tents this year. The province says a joint team is being assigned to the duty. Their job is to ensure people are safe, responsible, and respectful both inside and outside the venues. Alberta's safety minister says this follows the mayor's comments about property damage, disorder, and excessive intoxication spilling into nearby neighborhoods following Stampede concerts. And Alberta is reversing its decision to increase the price of beer. Earlier this month, the AGLC brought in new minimum prices for beer sold in bars and restaurants. A price of a 20-ounce pint of beer would increase from $3.20 to $5. But after Calgary Mayor Jeremy Farkas posted that it looks like the fun police have struck in Alberta, the province reduced the minimum beer price. Well, it was a big night on the stage for some local performers this weekend, raising money for a good cause. More than 250 local performers took the stage through the night for the 15th annual One a Dance Spectacle on Saturday. The event is a fundraiser for the Canadian Transplant Association and also promotes arts and culture in the community.
I'm a heart transplant recipient 2015, so it is very dear and near to me.
We have a ton of talented artists in Calgary, and just picking and choosing some of them and getting them onto the stage to showcase their talent in a professional setup, I think is so important for artists.
Spark Productions is holding another event this summer. The incredible India Fest celebrates Indian dance, music, food, and fashion and takes place August 3rd in the Westin near Calgary Airport. Well, you may have noticed some mosquitoes out over the past few days. And if you haven't, the city says get ready. Cooler temperatures and rain have created perfect conditions for the bugs to breed. Tyson Fedor reports.
Summer has arrived in Calgary. The weather, however, remains wet and cold. A perfect place for these annoying critters to lay their eggs.
We haven't seen a very high number of mosquitoes in our traps that we've been collecting. We're kind of waiting for things to warm up to see more adult activity.
Alex Coker is an integrated pest management technician. She says mosquito numbers are lower than average for this time of year.
In some traps we would get like maybe 10 or 15, and in some it would be in the hundreds. I would say on average right now we're maybe getting less than 50 a trap. And when we look at kind of previous years for this time of year, that might be closer to like 100.
The city does not expect a record year for the pesky insects at this point, but more rain and a quick warm-up of temperatures could change that.
I haven't noticed them, but I feel like because it's so wet, they're only going to get worse, so I think they're coming.
I think they're a bit of a pest. Like, we're visiting some people here, and last year they were a lot. You know, the grass was just full of them.
The University of Calgary partnered with the city to research the health implications of mosquitoes. Researchers say the first mosquito trapped this year is actually an invasive species.
We first found that mosquito in 2022, working with the city. It was previously found in Edmonton in 2018, and that is the northern house mosquito, Culex pipiens.
That mosquito is a main vector of the West Nile virus in eastern Canada, but the disease is fairly low risk here in Alberta.
You get bitten by a mosquito that has West Nile. For most people, they end up with no symptoms at all. There are a small number of people that after being infected by West Nile, they end up with flu-like symptoms.
Calgary has around 30 species of mosquitoes and breed in rain barrels, bird baths, and standing water. Experts say to prevent being bitten, to use bug repellent or wear long-sleeve clothing. Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Calgary.
Danielle, that cool, rainy weather, so good for the mosquitoes, but we're going to get a break now warming up. Great for us, but that also means the bugs will be out.
Yeah, so not only do we need some sunscreen available for these next 3 days, you need the bug spray as well, because temperatures are going to climb, the sun's going to be out. It actually looks stunning for the next 3 days, and my recommendation would be enjoy all of it that you can, because by Friday we get into some rainy, cooler weather that will kick through the weekend as well. And I'll show you that in the longer range in just a second, but all you really have to know about tomorrow is mainly sunny and a high of 20. Full forecast just ahead.
Thanks, Danielle. A lot of rain fell in parts of Alberta the past few days, and some communities are extra soggy. It's leaving basements flooded, pathways covered, and impacting water use in many communities north of Calgary.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
After days of heavy rain in the Edmonton area, flooding is impacting some homes and community spaces, and residents are now asked to reduce their water use. Jeremy Thompson reports.
The water is high in this storm pond in North Edmonton, in some parts washing over a walking path. Extra swimming space for this mother and her ducklings, and an inconvenience for this man on his daily walk. But he says at least his walkout basement is dry.
My basement is fine because I do have a slope on my grass.
Despite heavy rainfall for the last week or so, and especially over the weekend, EPCOR says stormwater facilities like this are working as designed.
You will see higher levels than normal, and they're doing their job.
Anthony Nardi says his team responded to more than 600 calls on Sunday alone. Crews were dispatched to clear catch basins and drains.
Ensuring that things are flowing where they're supposed to.
Not everything flowed where it was supposed to. Just before 11 o'clock, a dock with some boats still attached dislodged on the North Saskatchewan. Edmonton Fire sent its jet boat to intercept, but crews decided it was unsafe to do so. There's the dock with some boats still attached to it, floating just under the high-level bridge at this point. Took maybe a half hour or so for it to get from Laurier Park to here. All 5 boats appear to have stayed attached to the dock after hitting the high level as the CTV drone tracked it downriver. Elsewhere, the newly renovated pool at Coronation Rec Centre is closing due to weather-related flooding, and the West Lawn Cemetery is also dealing with the deluge, some graves inaccessible due to large puddles. It's enough pressure on the drainage system that EPCOR is calling on Edmontonians to help.
Continue to conserve water right now will make the system more resilient over these coming days, so the rainfall can make its way through the pipes and open them up so we can return to normal use.
EPCOR says you should cut back on washing dishes, clothes, and yourself as much as possible, as more rain is expected this week.
Overland flood alerts are in place for several communities in the Edmonton area. The advisory includes Wabamun, Beaver County, Stony Plain, and Lac St. Anne County. The areas received reports of sewer backups impacting people's homes. People in Beaumont and Leduc County are asked to limit water usage to reduce the impact to its wastewater system. Mount Royal University has added some temporary support while its regular systems remain impacted following a cyber threat. MRU's online services and information systems have been down since the threat was detected Wednesday. This afternoon, MRU posted a different web page to help students who may have questions, including about applications or registration. The cyber threat is still being investigated. It's not clear if any information was compromised. The Federal Minister for Women and Gender Equality spent the day in Lethbridge. She announced new funding for female entrepreneurs to get their business plans off the ground. Quinn Keenan reports.
The federal government is helping women across the country achieve their business goals. Nearly $175 million over 5 years is being invested into a female entrepreneurship strategy. The program began in 2018 as an empowerment program.
And our federal government is investing in Alberta's women entrepreneurs because their success, our success, is absolutely essential in building a strong Canadian economy.
Just how much money will wind up in Alberta isn't clear, but female entrepreneurs are already making a big impact in southern Alberta. Over half of the businesses in downtown Lethbridge are owned or led by women.
This investment means more women in Alberta will have access to the capital, coaching, and community they need to start, grow, and scale their business. It means that when a woman in rural Alberta has a business idea, she has somewhere to go. When an Indigenous entrepreneur is ready to launch, there is a circle of women waiting for her.
Historically, women have had a harder time borrowing money to start businesses than men. But more funding being available will help make loans more accessible for new business owners.
There's an opportunity to get your education and then set up shop and stay here in Lethbridge and be able to grow that business so that you can either pass it on to your children or sell it down the road.
Since 2018, the Women Entrepreneurship Strategy has been accessed over 400,000 times. When female entrepreneurs have access to capital, the entire economy sees the benefit.
When entrepreneurs succeed, communities are stronger, Alberta is stronger, and Canada is stronger. Our federal government and myself continue to be committed to making sure that future and that investment is one step forward in building it.
Quinn Keenan, CTV News, Lethbridge.
It's been a bit chilly and windy lately, but some warmer weather is on the way. Danielle has her forecast up next.
Well, today was certainly on the cooler side, well below normal. That cooler wind out of the north and northwest. The daytime high of just 16 in Calgary, when we should be closer to 21 for this time of year. That is where we'll get tomorrow. So toasty weather to come here. Just looking at the daytime highs, Drumheller 14, Medicine Hat 18, and 17 for Lethbridge. Here's a look at the wind gusts in those 40s. Medicine Hat, Brooks, Lethbridge over to Drumheller. Calgary is one of the gustier spots. We maxed out at 57 kilometers per hour. So it was a bit of a windy day today, and again, mainly out of the north for many communities, as you can see here. So that adds a bit of an extra cooler hint to the air for sure. And it's all because of this system that has now pushed its way off into Saskatchewan, and things are really just dying down, except for right along the Saskatchewan border, where we're still seeing some isolated showers. However, for tomorrow, this is what it looks like. Mainly sunny skies. The winds will be calm. It's going to be a stunning few days. We have about 3 days in a row that the weather looks really good. On Wednesday, there will be some development off in the mountains because of a system in BC, but it's going to be so stable that that should just fizzle out really quick and not make its way anywhere near QE2, Highway 2, or Calgary. All right, longer range forecast looks like this. 20 degrees for tomorrow, 22 for Wednesday, and 23 for Thursday. On Thursday, there will be some cloud cover increasing later in the day. The winds will pick up a little bit, all ahead of a system that arrives late Thursday night, and it will bring significant rainfall. It's a little early to tell how much rain we will get, but basically at this point, it looks like 5 millimeters possible on Friday, 10 to 15 millimeters possible on Saturday, and at least another 10 to 15 millimeters possible on Sunday. Temperatures will dip to the teens for the weekend, and by Sunday, you're just looking at a high of 14 degrees, as you can see here. So this will be the coldest out of the next 10 days is our weekend, with rain heavy at times as well. Leading into the weekend, though, it will be nice, and then after the weekend, we're going to improve and be quite nice and warm once again.
Thanks, Danielle. A Calgary junior high school student has been named one of the top young scientists in the country. We meet up with the impressive teen and see how her work offers a naturally derived solution to a real-world problem. Today was a milestone moment for a Calgarian at the FIFA World Cup.
The referee tonight, the Canadian Drew Fisher. His first World Cup game. He's from Calgary, Alberta.
Now, Fisher was the referee for the World Cup game between France and Iraq this afternoon in Philadelphia. It's his first ever World Cup game as the head official, and it's not the only Alberta connection. His assistant referee, Michael Barwagan, was born in Coaldale. Calgary had 17 students at the Canada-wide Science Fair in Edmonton last month. And a grade 9 student took home a number of awards with her biodegradable containers. Kevin Fleming reports.
It's transparent and looks similar to plastic products, but what Gayatri Sakarkar dreamed up for her science fair project is very different. She's developed an alternative covering that farmers can use on their crops, and it's environmentally friendly.
A lot of biodegradable alternatives have emerged, but these alternatives still release microplastics because they are often derived from petroleum-based biopolymers, and hence there was a need for a more safer alternative, which is what I created.
The 15-year-old spent months researching and developing her product outside of her schoolwork and designed an organic solution.
Polysaccharides are long chains of sugars, and they are derived from simple materials like orange peels and pineapple peels. And through extracting these sugars from these waste materials, I was able to create a low toxicity plastic, yet with also affordability and similar effectiveness to conventional films.
Her project earned her a top 6 at the Calgary Youth Science Fair and a gold medal at the national event in Edmonton.
You could tell that she did this herself, kind of originated the idea, developed the procedure, did all the work, and then solved a real world problem from start to finish. So for me, that's the most impressive is when they can do that. And it actually works at the end.
Sakarkar took in her first science fair when she was in grade 5, and her stepdad says she's always been a keen researcher.
I always ask questions about this and that, so sometimes it's hard for me to answer those questions, but I try my best.
Science fair allows me to go deep into a topic that I truly love, so it's not really to me like a part of academics. It's a way for me to enjoy and just discover new things.
Sakarkar says she still has more testing to do on her product and one day wants to manufacture it on an industrial scale to see how it performs. But for now, she's focused on finishing grade 9. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
Thanks for staying up late with us.